the household.
Right. Greet being, if you haven't seen the movie, is the model for Vermeer.
That's right. And Charlotte, I think, needs Bob Harris, who's played by Bill Murray in Lost in Translation. She needs him to through her, 24-year-old midlife crisis.
Meaning their husband's always on the go, and she doesn't quite know where she fits in and
right.
what she's doing, and all of a sudden there's this guy at a hotel who was at the tail end of a career, so to speak, and all of a sudden they find each other.
They find each other, and they somehow, by the end of the film, although it's incredibly sad and bittersweet, and I still get very upset every time I see the ending because it makes me sad. I don't know why, but you feel as though they'll be okay somehow, that they found some familiarity in each other, and I think. You
mean they helped? Whatever happens to them, they will both benefit from the relationship that took place at a hotel in Tokyo.
And they're somehow forever changed by it, I think.
How was she changed, do you think?
I think that she was inspired to be enthusiastic, and she is inspired by this romance. I think that the idea, she's feeling so sort of shallow in the beginning of this film, and I think the idea that two people can meet in a hotel, in a foreign place, in completely different places in their lives, and have a deep, deep love for one another, and a certain understanding, and just knowing that there's somebody out there that's just going through the same thing, inspires her to be able to kind of move away from it. And it's very beautiful.
Was one more difficult than the other to perform? There's not a lot of dialogue.
Not in either one, really. Girl with a Pearl Earring was one of the easiest jobs I've ever had.
Because?
I mean, it was physically draining, and I was cold, and I was, tired and overworked. But it was so incredibly fulfilling, and just being on the set, being in that lighting, being in those costumes with Colin and with Tom, and having such an incredible ensemble around me. It just felt every day, I felt like I was coming back with a lot, a full stomach. Being on Lost in Translation, it was so kind of fast and so jerky that I felt very alienated, and it was more difficult for me to cope with being on that production. So I'd say it was more difficult that in some way.
This is Girl with a Pearl Earring, in which Vermeer, played by Firth, asks Greet to describe the colors she sees in clouds to him. Here it is.
Look, Greet. Look at the clouds. What color are they?
White. No, not white. Yellow. Blue. And grey. There are colors on the clouds.
Now you understand.
You look like a peeled egg.
That's what Colin would say.
She looks like a peeled egg.
I look like a peeled egg in that, but he's a hairy mongrel in it.
He's a hairy mongrel and you're a peeled egg?
Yeah. It's a huge comedy doing drama, and people have rarely realized.
Yep. How did you get up for this? What did you do? Did you do anything? Or did you go try to get inside of understanding Vermeer and the paintings? And did you read the novel? Did you do what? None of the above.
None of the above.
You didn't even read the novel?
I did not read the novel,
but you had the script, so it didn't matter.
I had the script. I didn't want the novel.
Did you read the script?
What script? What are we doing here? Momentary lapse of... but I didn't read the book. I don't know. Some actors may have studied it. I didn't want it. It's written in first person. I just didn't want the first person narrative. I thought it would be harmful. And I read it afterwards, which was kind of bizarre because I had it all cast in my mind. You know, Tom Wilkinson playing the Van Rycken character.
So when you read the book, you visualized people, the cast that you've been worked with.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Although I couldn't quite get into the first person of my own character because I had had my own experiences with longing and devastation and heartbreak, and it was difficult for me to put myself in the shoes of that girl. I don't know.
Roll tape. Here's another scene from Girl with a Pearl Earring.
You have very wide eyes. What do they call you?
Greet.
Greet. Greet. Your master is a fine painter, Greet. Finest in Delft. He's painted me. Perhaps that will be my epitaph. Look at that dress. You can almost stroke the satin. And the wine winking through the glass. Can you imagine yourself in such finery, Greet? She loved it, you know. Lace and satin pressed tight against her plump little bobbies. The silk heavy on her thighs. The gentleman watching.